Hello everyone, welcome back to YuGiOh. Let's resume where we were. Alright. Let's see. So how's everyone been? That's cool, you know. That's cool, you love to see it. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like we're about this part in the story. Now that we've had a shadow duel, there's this weird building, and I guess I'll just wander over to it, but it doesn't do anything on its own, just as the door is locked. So later, we have achieved all the requirements to do the next thing in the story, okay? So here's Serenity. Classic Joey's sister. You already know. Doesn't really matter here. Alright, let's see what she's got. I'm hoping that everyone's having a good time. I'll set this. Wow, she's got a bunch of stuff. Okay. Bad reaction to Sumachi. I know that one. I guess I'll summon Muka Muka. I kind of expected her to attack this, I guess, but she's not very brave, maybe. She's got Unhappy Maiden. Alright, let me see. Oh, okay, so now she's got Unhappy Go. Right. If only she had both of these on the field at the same time, I could compare the models. But I guess you can just look on the video if you want to see if they look any different whatsoever. I'm definitely going to forget that, so there's no way that I'm going to have checked that out by the time that this goes up. So, yeah, let me know. Do they look different? I don't know. I would like to know. I suspect they might, because this feels weird looking, but anyway. Right, what to do? Light monsters attack down 400? Well, that sounds pretty okay. It's nice that Witch's Apprentice is a dark monster, so she gets plus 500. Okay. So, what's everyone been doing today? Or even just lately? I've been doing the same as usual, mostly. Oh, I can't believe she's tributing that. Oh, I guess that's fair. She's gonna reduce her own attack by 500? Oh my god. Some people, I just don't know. Bistro Butcher though. What does this say exactly? As long as it's in the grave. Okay. I guess I'll summon Bistro Butcher. Does this work? Inflicts damage at all, so this should trigger. What's that do? What's that do? You tell me right now. Increase the monster by 100 for each monster in the grave. Okay. That's gonna have to be fine. Oh no. He is dead. So one thing I wanted to talk about today, my single prepared topic, is that I've recently started watching videos of this one channel that does readings of SCP entries. And if you happen not to know what an SCP is, it's kind of like a spooky story written as a data log, as though there was a big company that catches monsters and writes what they do and stuff like that. And there's all sorts of weird stuff on there, and a lot of it is really interesting. And I've always kind of liked SCP stuff, but have not, because the wiki, it's like just this big thousands and thousands of pages of wiki entries of like made up monsters and weird phenomena. Because there's just so much of it, I haven't really looked too much into it, because some of them, it's just written by random people, right? So some of it is better and some of it is worse. There's like a scoring system on the site, and if it gets too low of a score, then it gets removed. Each one is like SCP 4 digits, and there's like thousands of these things now. But the original one was SCP-173, which is the one that features prominently in the game SCP Containment Breach, which was a really popular Let's Play type game, like 10 or 15 maybe years ago, like a long time ago. But anyway, there's like so many cool SCPs now, and there's this really good channel that makes videos reading them and like doing the voice acting of different characters who appear in the interviews and things like this, and doing like really good audio engineering to make it really atmospheric, and just in general like really good, and like presenting it as though he's heading a lecture or something to a group. Anyway, so I've been watching these SCP videos, and they're really fun, and they're cool. I like them. So I did want to babble about some of my favorite SCPs so far. Some of them are definitely worse than others, but some of them are really good. So the one that I saw come up in my feed first was it's called He Rose Again with a Third Leg, which is kind of a hilarious title, but it's really good though. It's really interesting, and it's a really short one as well, which helps a lot for just like getting into it. It's like less than 10 minutes, which is relatively very short for these things. And because like for instance, another really good one is The Crooked Man. And that's like over an hour long, because it's a really long, in-depth story with a bunch of different parts to it, and he goes through all the different parts. It's really interesting. There's like a bunch of excursions into a weird pocket dimension in that one, so it logs the play-by-play of what happens during these weird excursions. And that one's really good as well. I like Rose Again with Third Leg. It's good. That's a good one. It's really short, it's really straightforward, and it gives you like just enough to think about. That's a good one. That's like some lady and her infant went on abroad somewhere, and then when she went into her infant's room or something, I don't know if they were abroad or not, but she goes into her infant's room, and then there's just this weird flesh creature with the suspiciously infant-shaped intelligence, and so it goes into all of that. Kind of like, what do you do when you find a weird flesh creature with 3 legs? who is roughly as intelligent as a 1-year-old. And then what happens when 6 years pass and it grows up and gets more intelligent? So you get a bunch of interesting things from that. That's a good one. That's, yeah, only 10 minutes. Really good. So I like that one. If you want to see what it's like, you can look up He Rose Again with a Third Leg, or whatever it's called. That's a good one. Nice SCP. So from there, I just started watching a bunch of these things. The next one that I really liked was, I think, if it's not the Crooked Man, then it's the Not Deer. And the Not Deer is really good. And that's not as in N-O-T, like he is not, this is not a deer. And that's about a thing that looks like a deer, but is definitely not a deer. That wanders around in a certain part of the woods, in a certain part of the world, has been active for like a certain amount of time, and that's an interesting one. It's really good. I like that one. Not Deer is a hot one. Those Not Deers are super sinister. I really like that all this stuff is just like really sinister and eerie. So Crooked Man is really good if you got like an hour to kill. That's a good one. They basically are like audiobooks or something. You can just listen to them. And they're interesting. And the writing tends to be pretty good. I'm just gonna trap hold this rabbit. So I would rather keep my Witch's Apprentice. My deck is kind of coming together, I feel like. Look at all this dark synergy. Look, it's Trap Hole. And Horn Imp kind of looks like the guy in Trap Hole. It might be the same guy, but I forget. Okay, do you think we can bust through? Probably. It's Banging Soldier. Other cool SCPs include 7 Strangers at a Feast. That's a good one. Wait, let me keep my Witch's Apprentice. That's weird. Probably because she has the lowest number, if I had to guess. Yeah, 7 Strangers at a Feast is a... you could call it a haunted film reel from like silent film era, like the 20s or something, I don't know. That's got like 7 characters total, and people who watch it get pulled into the film, and it's this really abstract, dark, silent film with like no dialogue whatsoever, and a bunch of weird stuff happens at the end. And so you can find in the story, they find various accounts throughout history of people who are recalling their weird experience in their like waking dream when they go to this strange dimension. That's a good one. 7 Strangers at a Feast. That's a good one. I like that one. I like all of these ones, except for one that I did write down in particular that I didn't super love. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. But we'll get to that. Probably pretty quickly, because I don't have tons to say. I don't want to, like, explain what happens, because they are really interesting. You should just check them out. But it means that I kind of don't have tons to say. I'm going to summon Swordstalker, because he's my friend. And he's way cool, but I am very fond of King of Yamimakai as well. So don't get it twisted. Des Koala, he wishes I had less than 1800 attack points. But Swordstalker is the beast. Just a clean 2k. Can't do anything about that. So another one that I really liked a lot and gives you a lot to think about and is probably very fun on the rewatch once you finish the thing and you watch it a second time. probably, which I haven't done yet, but do want to now that I've finished it, and it wasn't that long, but, you know, I got to the end and I was like, damn, I kind of want to rewatch this one, but I'm not gonna, because I literally just watched it right now. But I do want to rewatch that one, and that is, it's listed as Stage Blight, at least on the YouTube video. I don't know if that's like been pulled from the wiki as like an unofficial title, or if it's because I didn't write down the SCP numbers, because like who cares, honestly. It's like SCP-471 something, like it doesn't matter, it's made those numbers up. But Stage Blight is what it's written as in the title of the YouTube video. It's very good as well. I'm gonna summon my 2 best boys real quick. Yes, this is so cool, bro. Yes, warrior, fiend, kind of crazy. He's a warrior, but you know, not exactly either at the same time. So Stage Blight is about, it's a haunted theater in the middle of some town. No, I don't want to activate anything. Somewhere. I don't know if they bother specifying, but it's probably like a German town or something. Maybe. And every night at some precise time of day in the evening, 4 papier-mâché puppets show up and do a performance, and every single night the performance is different. They never repeat the exact same thing. The theater is haunted by the guy who owned it and performed for children, so they're like children's papier-mâché puppet shows, right? And they're weird. There's four characters, and they're all strange, and as the years go by, they get more and more abstract and violent and like grotesque, and things decay and stuff and things. The dynamic between characters is very relevant to the backstory of the theater and the guy's life. He had like an ex-wife and stuff like this, and it's interesting. He was sad and then became a ghost or something. That's a really good one. I don't want to say anything specific, so that's why I'm not really saying anything about it. So I feel like my description is kind of limp-wristed. It's not just like it's a ghost. It's really interesting. It's well done. I really like that one, because they just describe like 24 different weird plays that these puppets do, and the puppets like show up out of the ether to do the show, and then they kind of go off stage, and then no one can find them no matter what, and then they show up again the next day from out of nowhere when no one's looking. They just show up, so even if you're looking for them at the right time, they just won't appear except from like behind you. It's really weird. And a lot of SCPs are kind of like that. They have like just unexplainable things about them that make them really interesting to listen to. They just do abstract things that are hard to comprehend. Like they would be hard to rationalize, because it's just like some cosmic force prevents you from understanding this. There's just nothing that it will let you do. That kind of thing. So that one's a good one. That's Stage Blight. that's all the highlights. Those are like my 5 favorite ones, I think. But other good ones are, there's one called Aerials. I guess I'll summon Vertigo the Destroyer and give him the sword, I guess, to give him like 1500, I think. Oh, blind destruction, hahaha. Okay, enjoy your blind destruction then. So Aerials is an interesting one. It's different to how a lot of the others are written and kind of formatted. It's because a lot of them are like, here's a weird monster or a strange phenomenon. Here's the history of how we found it and how long it's been around for, and here's what it does, and this is how we keep it in a box. Is kind of how a lot of them are formatted, and then like maybe an interview or two, or like an excursion log or something. And there's all sorts of different types. But Aerials is interesting. It's about this guy who works for the Foundation, who writes all these things. This guy is like driving home one day for like Christmas or something, and he takes a left and he drives into a ton of traffic, and then he gets stuck in this bumper to bumper traffic for like 8 hours before he starts to suspect that something weird's happening. Where he barely moves at all, and things inch forwards forever, and there's this really heavy fog, and there's just endless cars in front and behind of him, and there's like 8 lanes of traffic like this, and no one can move or do anything. And the cars are so close that you can barely even open the door to the car. If you try and open the window or go outside, there's this super heavy smog that limits vision, and you can't breathe it very well, and things like that. Can't believe you just summoned Alligator's Sword on me. Why is this not a Beast Warrior? What the fuck is wrong with this game? Old YuGiOh is fucked up. So he gets stuck in this traffic for so incredibly long that he eventually uses his special radio or whatever, like the emergency broadcast to the Foundation people radio, and he just starts saying like, this is really strange. Can someone figure out if this is like dangerous or not? I don't know why I'm so stuck, and something's eerie. And then like a day passes, and he's like, I'm still stuck in this traffic. What the fuck is going on? That's pretty much what that one's about. It's that guy's journey in this weird endless traffic. And various things happen, and his humanity is tested, and various things happen over the course of amounts of time, and the climax is weird and stuff. It's a weird story, and it's a good one, and they're all kind of this kind of weird. I don't know, some of them are like, here's a monster, some of them are like, here's a phenomenon, and some of them are like, this is I don't know, a virus that does something to you if you get within 3.5 meters or something. There's all this kind of stuff. So there's lots of different varieties. The original one, SCP-173, is the statue that's basically the Doctor Who Weeping Angel that everyone knows about, and he used to look really weird. He changed his design kind of recently-ish, and now he doesn't look quite so weird. He looks kind of cool. He's not as iconic, but he does look cool. That one is it's this weird concrete statue with like some rebar metal pipes inside of it, and it moves incredibly quickly so long as you aren't looking at it. So you need to go in with a team of 3 minimum to take turns blinking while you do stuff, and 2 people have to stare at the thing and 1 person is allowed to blink, that kind of thing. So they have like procedures in place for all these weird abstract monsters that can like phase through walls, or are made of acid, or can never die because they regenerate any damage no matter what. Or like if you look at them, they run exponentially faster towards you and tear you in half. Even if you're on the other side of the world and you look at a photograph of it, it will sense that and then run towards you and like peel steel bars apart, and like 20 inches of steel it'll just collide through, and it's impervious to damage and stuff like that. That's the Shy Guy. That's another really famous one. That's a good one. They did a test where they had a guy in the deepest trench in the world, like under the ocean in a submarine, and they go as far down as humanly possible, and then they have him look at a photograph of the thing, and then as soon as he looks at it, on the other side of the world, the thing gets up and starts freaking out, and then runs across like half the planet or something, and then dives into the water, and then like explodes the man's submarine or something. And that's another good one. That one's a classic. Everyone knows the Shy Guy. That guy's cool. That's not a bad one. They shoot it with like an anti-tank rocket or something, and its skin and muscle are damaged, but like the actual bone structure is completely intact, and he just shakes it off and keeps going. So some of them are just like, here's a weird monster, and some of them are like, if you step the wrong way at 12:08 in the morning on 4th Street in Albuquerque, you'll slip into a pocket dimension full of teeth and hair or something. Like, some of them are just like that. So one of them that I wrote down that's super fucked up, that I'm not sure how to feel about, it's called Cousin Johnny. I don't know if I can recommend looking up Cousin Johnny. It's really fucked. By the way, we have a new pack, and that's very exciting. I'm gonna open up my phone. I'm gonna put Cousin Johnny to one side for a second, because he's fucked up. I'm gonna look up the good cards that I might want from Inherited Will, because we leveled up and we have a bunch of money. Inherited Will at level 5, there's a great ultra rare and a great super rare and an interesting rare and a bunch of good commons, so I'm just gonna get like 4 of these, if that's okay with you. I'm gonna have to get my pen. Goddess of Whim, there she is. Yep, we've seen this one. She has her armpits out. Isn't that risque? Okay, so Ryu Ran, that's a shit card. Dancing Fairy, let's go. Mirror Force! Oh, it's the super rare I wanted. Let me write that down. Mirror Force. Okay, Dark Magic Ritual, Magician Black Chaos. Dancing Fairy is a 1700 attack fairy that can increase your life points if you would like it to. Magical Labyrinth. Oh, Cyberstone. That's one of the good rares I wanted. I'm gonna write that down. Invitation to Dark Sleep. 5-star 1500. When this is summoned, select one of your opponent's monsters. It cannot attack, and that's it. It's not very impressive. Grand Tiki Elder is a 1500 attack dark monster, so maybe that makes it in. I'm just gonna write that down. Grand Tiki. And then Cyberstein, yeah. Got that written. So yeah, pay 5,000 out of 8,000 of your life points, special summon one fusion monster. Quite decent. Very expensive. Quite good. Maybe one of those can make it in. Oh, come on, guys. Yo, is that Red Archery Girl the greatest card of Taya's entire deck? What a beast. Well, okay, that last pack was kind of a bust, but we got some interesting things like Mirror Force. Mirror Force is really good. So, let's just throw in M is for Mirror. Where is it? Where's the letter M? There you are, one copy of Mirror Force. Alright, so I can just delete this because I already have my one copy. Don't need that one. Okay, Cyberstein C. Do you happen to be dark type? You do. Okay. Cyberstein. Also, Grand Tiki Elder, maybe. He's not very good though. But maybe this makes it. Because it's better than Horn Imp. Yup, it is better than Horn Imp. Alright, goodbye Horn Imp. Grand Tiki Elder is a beast of a fiend. Okay. Let me see. Well, it just isn't very good. Surely I have a couple more cards that just don't do anything. I'm not sold on the Cyberstein thing, but just because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a cop-out when it comes to fusing. There's also no good targets considering this is a light monster. So maybe I'll just keep him to one side. But that's a good one. I'm glad I have him. Welcome to the team. What else am I gonna cut? I would like to cut, I don't know, maybe another, like, it might be Clown Zombie, but I'm very fond of him because he's bad. He's cool. I think he's cool. Any bad effect monsters? Like without Clown Zombie, Castle of Dark Illusions will be lost. Won't know what to do. Oh wait, Skull Servant as a zombie. Yeah, it's probably clown zombies, not very good, to be honest. It's hard to deny that he's just really bad. But Share the Pain won't know what to do if I don't have bad creatures. I mean monsters, but I don't actually care. Monsters are creatures after all, so deal with it. Anyway. When an opponent's monster attacks, negate the attack and destroy all opponent's monsters in attack position. Very strong. Probably I could get away with cutting negate attack, to be honest. Stim pack is probably still about good enough. He's got 700, you know. Paralyzing potion actually could probably go. That seems fine. Oh, I'm getting text, but I'm ignoring it. Because I'm busy. Right. Oh god, I'm getting more text, but I'm busy. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Leave me alone. I need to record. I need to talk about Cousin Yanni. He is so funny. Holy fuck, this guy's a beast. And he prefers board games. What a titan. Alright, so let's talk about it then. Cousin Johnny is a really fucked up SCP. And some of them just are really fucked up and gross. Cousin Johnny is one of the really fucked up gross ones. Cousin Johnny is this impersonating insect alien thing that has this weird effect where it will insert itself into Christian religious families and events. Specifically, I just need to summon. Holy shit, it's the guy back from the grave, the guy I just cut. He summoned. No, he summons Ryukusha. That's not what I was trying to say. So he inserts himself into baptisms, weddings, and funerals of devout Christians or something. And everyone who is there recognizes him as Cousin Johnny, their cousin who they are related to, despite the fact that he may or may not look anything like anyone there at all. How can I stop this? I will negate the attack, I guess. So everyone there is just immediately on board with the idea that this guy is their cousin who they all know. And he makes everyone crazy, kind of, in his own way. It's so gross. So let me think. Right, I'm trying to remember, because he does a different thing for each of the 3 events, and they're all grosser than the last. But he basically hypnotizes everyone into, like, he'll produce knives and everyone passes the knives around and bleeds on the baptized child. Oh, it's so weird. He does various things. I kind of don't want to get into it, actually, but I don't know how to feel about this one. During the weddings, I think he makes... I say he makes, but they kind of just do it when they're in his presence. Like, everyone gets hypnotized, just kind of spontaneously, and thinks that it's okay. Like, it's normal part of the thing. It's just part of the proceedings to, like, I don't know, take pliers and, like, pull out all of your teeth and then give them to the bride and groom, and then they just eat the teeth. It's so weird. It's super weird. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm in two minds about it. It's very gratuitous and gross, for sure. I I didn't hate it. I don't think I mind it. I think it was a pretty good one. I just also think that I cannot possibly recommend this to anybody, and it's really gross, and I don't know if I actually like it or not, but I think I liked it. It was short enough anyway. It was kind of interesting in concept, but I think it went a bit far in a few different places. It was very strange. I didn't hate it, per se. I have a trap hole ready to go here. I'm gonna trade, in this case, just to get rid of the dragon zombie. I think this is a net positive for me. I'm gonna get another 1550 damage in here. Now, Cousin Johnny's a weird one. I don't know if you want... If that sounds interesting in a peculiar way to you, then you should check it out, because it's interesting in a peculiar way, but it's very gross as well. It's just a lot of like cannibalism and self-mutilation and gratuitous body horror and I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. I think I kind of liked it, but I don't know. It's a weird one. It kind of reminds me, in a sense, of the first, and you'll have to hear me out on this one, perhaps. The first Human Centipede was something that I ended up getting really curious about. Very, very curious, only because I heard someone say in some like joke video that they liked it for like the costume design and stuff like that, and I thought that that was really interesting. Like perhaps there is some merit to this weird, definitely gross film, Human Centipede. So I ended up getting really curious about it, but like I don't think I want to watch it, right? Because it's Human fucking Centipede. But then eventually I did just sit down and watch it, and I mean, hold on, there's a button you can press to look at the field. There it is. So he cannot beat my guy. So I'm gonna summon this one. I'm also gonna get that, and that, I guess. So yeah, on one hand, I'm glad that I watched Human Centipede because I was really curious about it, and it's definitely a different experience for me personally, because I don't watch much horror or gore or gratuitous, stupid, gross stuff like that. So on one hand, I'm glad that I watched it just to know. On the other hand, it's not very good. It's like a 3 out of 10 or something, like a 4 out of 10. It's not very good, really, at all. It's not trying to be anything other than exactly what it is. And what it is like mindlessly, completely no artistic merit. It's just this gratuitous, messy, sadistic kind of film. Very trashy, very I don't know, there's nothing to like think about or ponder. It doesn't present any moral or ethical questions that don't have like a blatantly clear-cut answer of, yeah, you probably shouldn't do the stuff that's in this film to people. It's just kind of twisted, and it's supposed to be, and that's kind of the long and the short of the entire film, is that it's twisted and gross, and that's Human Centipede. Like, what did you expect? It definitely does not have particular merits on its costume design, or the narrative of character growth is not a thing outside of the literal narrative of 3 characters becoming one large character, therefore growing. I think that's the joke. Upon seeing the thing, I think I figured out the joke. I don't know if it was worth it or not though. I'm gonna activate Magic Drain here. Would you like to discard 1 card to draw 2 cards? Yes, you would. Ectoplasma, you son of a bitch. Well, I guess I just win anyway, so who cares? Well, here you go. It's Great White. I win. Yeah, so Cousin Johnny is kind of like Human Centipede, to be honest, but a way shorter and probably more enjoyable, and it's more interesting because it has more of an angle to it than Human Centipede's blunt, straightforward, here's an evil guy and he does the thing. I'm going to attempt to walk home and save, and then we're going to really get into it, okay? Let's save, not sleep though. Just save, and then we're going to keep wandering around at night. Whew. Oh, it's bones. So it's roughly at these times that I like to think about what I might title this video. And perhaps this one could be, it's probably not going to be called Human Centipede anyway. It's probably not going to be called Ghost Stories either, but it might be called SCP. SCP Talk or something. I don't know, but it might be called SCP Talk. I suppose I'll summon my 1800 attack monster because he's really good. Oh. Monsters cannot attack on the turn they are summoned. Fine. I forgot to set my thingy. He's gonna activate a spell. Oh, okay. Turn 1 monster, okay. I guess I have to start summoning stuff if I want to deal damage. I guess I'll just attack this face down. Oh. Okay. Oh no, he's gonna increase his zombies' attack by 200. Okay. Well, here's... Oh goodness, sorry. I always have to record these when I can, and I've worked a bunch today, and I'm tired because it's in the evening. But, yeah, this is the plan, is I'm gonna use Share the Pain to get rid of one thing, and then I'll use Stimpack to get rid of the other thing. Do you think Bones really is that, like, scrawny that his cheeks look like that, or do you think he just kind of has, like, mud on his face? And he might do it on purpose. Let's just use Stimpack here. Get rid of that castle. Why did they give the Castle of Dark Illusion such a weird amount of defense? Like, what's with 1920 attack and 1930 defense? Do you think this is a reference to something? 1930. Like, it's probably a Castlevania reference. There's a bunch of Konami references, actually. Since YuGiOh is made by Konami and all. Oh, fuck, another one. How is this a fiend and not a rock or something? It could be dark rock. That would be kind of cool. Oh no, he's gonna be absolutely fucking devastated when I flip Hane Hane. Hane Hane. Hane Hane looks fucked up compared to its drawing. Look at that. You see that? Fucked up. Doesn't look anything like itself. I am gonna summon Boganian because he can do immediate damage. Relatively immediate damage. He has to draw another card here, but that's okay. Because he can't even summon anything. And then deal damage with it. He can't even attack with anything that he summons. Crazy. Who could do Saucer thing? Ah, fuck. So, Vsauce Joey. That's not his fucking name. So Vinesauce Joey. Vinesauce Joel, right? I like that guy. He's cool. He's really funny, and he's been streaming for like 12 years or something. So he's really good at it. Did you guys ever see the blue shell incident? It's really good. It's a shitty, what do you call it? 3D Movie Maker movie that he made in 3D Movie Maker. He made it over the course of like a year and change, all live streamed, and with stupid meme models and stuff, like a model of Garfield, but like really tall. I think, is he really tall in that? No, I don't think he is. He's really tall in The Sims, when he added him to The Sims. Anyway, the blue shell incident is a really cool movie. It's like 40 minutes long or something in the end. And he has to like keyframe all of it by hand. It's very impressive. It's really funny. I'm gonna just put this in attack and get some extra damage in. Anyway, in the blue shell incident, Luigi says, "How could you do Saucer thing?" And I accidentally forgot to stop myself from saying that out loud. And now I have to explain why I said something really stupid. For no reason. It's because I'm weak-willed and couldn't stop myself. I can't believe he just spent those 2 cards to defeat 450 attack. But yes, it's because I am weak of will sometimes, because I'm tired. I didn't stop myself. I didn't have the internal strength to stop myself from saying a reference that you don't know, which is a social faux pas. I think it is anyway. I'm gonna put all these in attack, if you don't mind. I might activate Sword of Dark Destruction as well. Yeah, I guess I will. Put it here. Baron of the Fiend Sword. Baron of the Sword of Dark Destruction. How about that? So we beat that by 50. Crass Clown is a card I've been trying to get for a while, by the way. This is a cool guy. He's a fiend. He's dark. He would fit right in. You get to flip him attack and defense ways, and he's cool. I don't know if I don't have enough for this. But I do have enough for this one. Pumpkin is a cool guy. I would enjoy to have him. His effect is stupid as fuck though. To be honest, it's like way too specific. If Castle of Dark Illusions is face up on the field, increase the attack and defense of this card by 100. And continue to do that for 4 more turns. It's so ridiculous. How could you do Saucer thing? I recommend Blue Shell Incident. It's very good. It's really funny. It's really well done. He has to voice act all of it himself as well. Keyframe everything. All the backgrounds. I mean, all the environments and stuff were like assets brought in. I think they were all just like still images, but it's really well done though. Just like one guy and the creativity of a bunch of stupid idiots online, to be honest. You defeat the clown with 0 defense. There's this really good shot where Garfield twirls a handgun on his finger and then shoots, and it's really good. It's funny, and it has a really stupid sound effect. That's a good one. Did I just beat him with exactly 0 life points? Nice. That's my favorite thing to do. Also in that film, Luigi is looking for Mario, and he says, "I can smell you over there," and that's pretty good. Oh, and there's a duck that's Duke Nukem. It's Duck Nukem, and he shoots like 1 billion guns. It's really funny. That's a good one. Oh my god, it's Old Man. Fuck yes. Yes, I do. I would love that. Casket Guardian. So, this guy always has the YuGiOh deck, and I guess that's because in the show, Yugi's first deck is his grandpa's deck, and it happens to have YuGiOh in it. And then he wins in episode 1 with YuGiOh, and then in like episode 2, that guy throws all the pieces in the water. Oh look, I can beat you by 50. Aren't you fucking devastated? I'm gonna set all 3 of these cards, I think. Wow, my 2-star just beat up his 4-star. He must be so embarrassed. Yeah, you can tell the look on his weird face right there. Poison of the Old Man. Do you think he has that in the deck because he is an old man? Oh, I guess I'll, yeah, activate Shadow of Eyes. Pyramid Turtle. That's such a beast of a card. You know, you can't get any of these until you're like level 20 or something. I probably said this like 4 times already, but come on. I would kill for this card. It's so good. But I guess that's like, this is honestly about as good as the card quality gets in this particular game. Because with that far back, the cards with effects are still like, wow, that's an effect. It's good as fuck. So if they give you stuff like this, your deck will just be ridiculously good. It's ridiculously good anyway if you don't put in Clown Zombie. You know, come to think of it, I don't remember keeping Clown Zombie in the deck, so if I just do a quick count, 4, 7 plus 38 is, yeah, it's 45. I guess I kept Clown Zombie because it's funny. And took out what did I take out? I don't really, I took out something else. I think it was a spell, but I don't know. Maybe it was an effect monster. Oh me monster. I'm gonna deal 50 damage maybe. Oh my god, 100 damage. What the fuck? I need to go and get a drink after this, but I'm probably gonna forget again. What if I just Lick an ice cube. How about that? Maybe that's something. I'm gonna activate her reinforcements here just to get rid of this snake lady. Why is she a zombie when she's clearly Medusa? And Medusa just isn't a zombie as far as I am aware. I don't know what she would be. Maybe like a... I guess they didn't want to make her a beast, but... Oh, she could have been a fiend, easy. She could have been a fiend. Why wasn't she just a fiend? This video is already an hour long and I'm hoping to get to the next part of the story after this. Well, it'll be fine, but... What is this guy supposed to be? Aside from a fiend who is dog type, which... Yeah, he does kind of look like that. Hi, honey. My dog is here. I probably should put them outside when I go downstairs. Aw. Hello. You here to talk about Human Centipede? In Human Centipede, the guy who does the centipeding previously had tried it with dogs. And he has... Wait, stop it. He has a dog, or a collection of 3 dogs sewn together, called Dreihund, which obviously is just 3 dog as the name of the animal. It's so stupid. Whoops. Okay. At work, I had mentioned to someone at work that I saw Human Centipede. You know, I can't even tell this story because it's fucking weird. Oh fuck, I hate this card. That's probably a monster, I bet. Hey, it is a monster. So now we know it's 50-50 as a monster in his hand. You have to keep this in mind. I guess I will tell the story. Mask of Darkness. Yeah, I said at work that I'd seen it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, really hilarious film." My favorite was the part where he and then said like the most twisted, messed up thing that just wasn't in the film at all. Like, what the fuck? I had to be like, I think that might have been in the second one. Because when after I'd seen the first one and was still trying to get some kind of like closure for this arc of wanting to see Human Centipede, and you know, anyway, I had looked up the synopsis of the second and third films, and oh shit, he's got a trap in his hand as well. Oh, that's probably fucking Mask of the Guy right there. Right, let me just check with this. So he has a trap in his hand. Oh, I just want to beat this guy real quick. So that's Mask of Darkness, yeah. If he activates it, which I think he has to, if he has a trap in his graveyard, then he'll have 2 traps in his hand, and that'll be good odds. Oh. Okay, then I'll try and win. Right here. Is it a trap? Let's go. Okay. So yeah, I looked up the synopsis on Wikipedia for what happens in the second and third films. They seem to have absolutely nothing in common with the first film, aside from the concept of the Human Centipede. The second film is about a guy who has seen the first film in universe and is obsessed with it, and then recreates it, which is stupid as hell. but it's like much grosser and worse, and just tries to like one-up itself in like 100 different ways. Yeah, I guess less one-up and more like 12 up. It's so ridiculous and gross. I think that's the one that my friend at work has seen and was saying, my favorite is the part where this ridiculously gross stuff happens. The third one is crazy, actually. Not gonna watch any of those two because they sound absolutely awful, like worse than the first one. The first one wasn't very good. But in the second one, it's in like a high security prison for like terrible people, I guess, or whatever. And they use it as a cruel punishment for the hundreds of people in the prison, and they just make a big chain of like 100 people in a row or something. It's messed up, and then a bunch of other bad stuff happens in the Wikipedia synopsis. So maybe check out Wikipedia if you want to know more about that nonsense. It's very gross. It's not very tasteful or good at all. Thunder Nyan Nyan and Magician of Ya Boy. He doesn't do anything, but he is a ritual monster with a large number, so he's bad as fuck. Thunder Nyan Nyan, though, that right there is a light 1900 that dies if anyone on your field isn't a light type. Lol. Alright, I want to open another pack. I'm going to open another one of these because the clowns are in this one. I would like one of the clowns. And they're even just common, so... What are you doing? Hey! Settle down, I'm almost done. Wait. Roughhauser. Hoshiningen as well. He is here. I've been meaning to pick up that guy. If you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know what I mean. Maybe... Maybe... I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna let you in on something while I'm here. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Check this out. So I'm gonna go into deck construction, right? I'm just gonna save my recipe here. We're gonna overwrite my recipe, okay. But I have another recipe here. I've been building this one for a couple episodes now. A little while. This is the... It doesn't look like it, but this is supposed to be the light deck that I had mentioned. So now that I have... Oh fuck, I didn't write any of it down, did I? Hold on. I can sort by light attribute and find Goddess of Whim, Hoshiningen, Unhappy Maiden, Thunder Nyan Nyan, and then take out, like, I don't know. I got a bunch of crap in here, it's not very good. But I do have, hold on. Trap. I have Mirror Force. I have any good spells? Block attack. Winged Beast. Magical Labyrinth, Laser. Mountain, Red Medicine, Soul Release. Tremendous Fire, Sword, Stim Pack. Alright, how about... Oops. It's really hard to read. You know, I used to play the game like this. I'll just go down like this list. It's such a long list. Right, there was also a fairy or two. I did definitely get Dancing Fairy. So this is the deck so far. I'm gonna remove a couple earth monsters. Don't do anything. Like this guy. And maybe I'll keep that. Yep. And then I got the 2 ninjas. I got a bunch of ad spells. Let's just try and trim this right down. Despell. Shadow of Eyes, Trap Hole. 2-pronged attack. Kunai. Magic Drain. Soul of the Pure. Silver Bone Arrow. Poly for some reason. I guess I have this. And I can't summon it. I guess I have this and 1 copy of Crawling Dragon 2. I'm gonna remove our Scylla Hero though because he sucks. 2 Rogue Dells. I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but I've got 2 Unhappy Maidens. That'll be relevant-ish. Princess of Sarugi can probably go. It's just nothing. Mystical Sheep is an Earth thing. Muka Muka. I do have a couple spellcasters as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. This is so awkward. Alright. Type spellcaster. Sort by attribute. Dark. They're all dark. All of my spellcasters are dark. Okay, fine. I could cut. I kind of want the ninjas just because they have half decent effects. Muka Muka as a crutch. I feel like Shadow of Eyes is kind of too sinister. This is the kind of theming I'm trying to do. Is Shadow of Eyes is too sinister. Bright Castle Despell. I guess I'll keep Despell. Fairy Meteor Crush has the word fairy in it, so it's fairy game. Paralyzing Potion though is not very good. Silver Bow and Arrow also is just not very good, but it is a fairy thing. But I will take it out though, because it's bad. Save recipe. So perhaps next time I might use this light deck that's not very good. But we'll find out how not very good it is. Perhaps next time. I hope you look forward to that. And aren't like, what the fuck? That's not the dark deck at all. How could you do this to us, the community? Well, pretty easily, actually. I'm gonna save again. We didn't run into the event that happens at nighttime, but we did run into an old man. So, you know, there's silver linings and silver foxes, if you know what I mean. Alright, I'm gonna see you next time. Thanks for hanging out and talking about Human Fucking Centipede with me and cousin Johnny. Check out some SCP readings online if you want. I recommend He Rose Again with a Third Leg. It's really good and it's short. It's a good one. I hope you check those out if you're interested. And yeah, I'll see you next time. So goodbye everyone. Bye.